Are you able to explain in plain English what is happening in regard to the water in Upper Hutt, who owns it and who is paying for it?
Yes. I'll start from the very beginning. So in water services, we have a whole lot of assets that have been built over a period of time, owned by different councils. We have the water storage lakes up in Timaroa that are owned by Greater Wellington. We then have from there, this is just for fresh water, but that drinking water comes down through the pipes, which is what we as council, Upper Hutt City Council currently own. And then when we flush the toilet and have the water go down the shower drain pipe, that goes down to the wastewater treatment plant in Seaview, which is owned partly by Upper Hutt City Council. We're a minor owner, and the majority share is with Hutt City Council. So we are already entwined with other councils as the situation currently is. Those assets are maintained by Wellington Water currently. So the change that's going to happen, which has been mandated by government, is that a new entity called Te Aki Wai is going to provide the water services on behalf of councils. What happens in relation to ownership is that Te Aki Wai is owned by the councils. We are the only shareholders. And so we are transferring the ownership of those assets. So for Greater Wellington, the storage lakes, for us, the pipes and part of this water treatment plant, to Te Aki Wai, and Te Aki Wai is then owned by the councils. So we're essentially owning a portion share of all of the assets in the region, rather than just owning a part of the assets that relate to the network for us. So the pipes are pointless if nothing goes in them and nothing can go out of them. So we certainly had to work together. That was inherent. But there is a lot of concern in the community around the transfer of those assets. Essentially, it's still owned in public hands, right? We are just changing the way that ownership works. The decisions that have been made around pricing, around what gets fixed when, procurement, all of that will be made by the board. And those are independent directors. So we cannot, as council, and as the Partners Committee, we cannot direct the board. I'm not on the board, I'm on the Partners Committee, and the Partners Committee cannot direct the board. So the biggest change is that previously councils would say how much money was going to Wellington Water and what projects to prioritise from their kind of list of priorities. And now the funding will be collected from Te Aki Wai, directly from residents to Te Aki Wai, and Te Aki Wai, the board will decide what gets funded across the region. So they're going to take a regional view on what the priorities are, rather than us or individual councils just funding what we can when we can. It is going to mean a lot of change, and I understand that people are concerned, but in essence, it is a better structure for making sure that things are being fixed when they need to be fixed in terms of priorities across the region.